Welcome to the Man of Recaps. This is Cobra Kai Season 4. At the end of Season 3, longtime karate rivals Johnny Lawrence and Daniel LaRousso agreed to combine dojos to take down Cobra Kai. But with their wildly different teaching styles, there's a few speed bumps. And so Johnny agrees to try out some Miyagi-Do karate while he teaches Daniel his newly named Eagle Fang. And pretty soon these two are on the same page. Their united dojo is stronger than ever. But Cobra Kai is stronger too, with their new star recruit, Johnny's son, Robby, who was seduced to the dark side by his evil karate grandpa, John Kreese. Remember, Robby spent Season 1 learning Miyagi-Do from LaRousso, and now he's teaching Cobra Kai their defensive techniques. Now with his rivals teaming up, John Kreese recruits his old Cobra Kai co-sensei, Tory. He was the main villain in Karate Kid 3 and was a coked-up, ponytailed psychopath. But now he's a happily retired, normal person who doesn't want to join a teenage karate war. But Kreese pulls out his trump card, "You owe me from when I saved your life back in Nam." And pretty soon, the karate calls to him, "It's ponytail time again, and Tory Silver's back in Cobra Kai." Now remember, Miguel and Samantha LaRousso are back together, and for the first time in the series, Miguel gets to spend some time with her father, Daniel LaRousso. LaRousso becomes a new mentor to Miguel, and pretty soon he's embracing his Miyagi-Do karate. Meanwhile, Sensei Lawrence is truly embracing his Eagle Fang name, even though eagles don't have fangs, so he brings the old Miyagi-Dos for some wildly unsafe training to jump across these rooftops. Sam's like, "Yo dude, you're crazy," but Johnny's like, "Hey, you always want to do the safe thing your dad wants for you," and this resonates with Sam. She's like, "YOLO," and leaps across. Yeah, a flying eagle. Now Daniel doesn't like his old rival influencing his daughter, and Johnny really hates that his student Miguel's looking up to LaRousso. Eventually, they decide this isn't working out. One of them has to step down, and the way to pick who is with a karate rematch. Yes, it's finally happening. The epic rematch this whole series been building up to. Karate! They are evenly matched, and in the end, they knock each other out at the same time. It's a tie. These longtime rivals just couldn't stay friends for long, and the united dojo breaks up. Now, it's not all peachy at Cobra Kai either. Sometimes Tory Silver oversteps himself and undermines Kreese. Kreese has to lay down the law. "Remember, soldier, I saved your life back in Nam, so I'm in charge." Now, the teenage karate rivalry still burns hot, but it's a Cold War this season. They've agreed no fighting until the official tournament. But that doesn't stop them from hitting each other in non-violent ways. Hawk, remember, became a Cobra Kai bully, but switched sides back to the good guys last season. The Cobra Kais teach him the price of betrayal. They do the unthinkable and shave Hawk's mohawk. Without that, he's just Eli Moskowitz again. He's lost all his self-confidence and wants to quit karate. But his best friend Demetri gives him a pep talk like, "Hey man, Eli was pretty darn cool too." And so he decides he'll stick with karate, now joining Miyagi-Do. But the biggest karate feud is between the girls, Tory and Samantha LaRousso. After Tory literally broke into their house last season, it's Mrs. LaRousso who steps in for the mom smackdown. But she kinda accidentally gets Tory fired, and turns out she's working tons of jobs to take care of her sick mother and little brother. So Mrs. LaRousso feels bad now. "You've got a tough life, kid, let me help ya," and she vouches for her to get her unexpelled from high school. So now Tory tries to squash the beef with Sam, but Sam's not so forgiving. She still hates her. Now, as if we didn't already have enough karate rivals, there's a new kid in town this season, Kenny. He starts off on the wrong foot, immediately gets bullied by none other than LaRousso's son, Anthony. History repeats itself from the original Karate Kid, this time just with new types of bullying. So Kenny gets advice from his older brother, who is Robby's friend from juvie, and tells him, "Hey, find Robby, he'll teach you karate." So Robby takes this kid under his wing, teaches him the way of Cobra Kai, and pretty soon he can stand up for himself. As for Anthony LaRousso, when his parents find out, he's the bully. His dad tries to whip him into shape, but this kid is just, So eventually Daniel's gotta go into discipline mode. No more Mr. Nice Daddy. And of course, at the very heart of all this conflict, it's the karate rival love square, which is now finally complete as all members are dating each other's exes. Now, Tory and Robby were not dating, but they go to prom together, which ruins Miguel and Sam's night. And at the after party, it's couples karate. Yeah! All in all, a fantastic night for these two, and they officially get together. Speaking of getting together, remember, Sensei Lawrence started dating Miguel's mom. They finally tell Miguel, and it's a little weird, but Johnny takes him for a heart-to-heart where it's like, "Yo kid, I never had a good father figure. I really want to be one for you." But one night when Johnny's real drunk, he's like, "I love you, kid," but he calls him Robby, his real son's name. Oh, that's rough. Now it's almost time for the All-Valley Karate Tournament, and they're making some big changes this year. Most notably, there's now a separate girls division. This is bad news for Eagle Fang Karate, because they currently have 0 girls. So Johnny goes down to the high school to try to recruit some teenage athletes, but the recruit he finds is actually from the debate team. It's Devin Lee, who's a natural-born Eagle. And so, all 3 of our dojos are training hard for the All-Valley. Remember, they had the agreement, whoever loses shuts down. So now, it's all come down to this. For the first time since Season 1, it's the All-Valley Under-18 Karate Championship. The early rounds all go as you'd expect. The one surprise is super nerd Demetri, who's gotten pretty good. Yeah, his character growth's hilarious. Remember, he's still dating the hottest girl in school. Hawk still has a crush on his ex-girlfriend Moon, but he's like, without my Hawk, I'm just Eli. But Moon's like, hey, I like Eli better, and Eli's got his mojo back. Luck of the draw pits Robby and Kenny against each other, and Kenny's gotten real good real quick. But Darth Kreese is like, yo, Robby, no mercy, and Robby kicks him, maybe too hard. Anthony LaRousso feels bad for bullying him, tries to apologize, but Kenny's like, yo, it's too late. Now I'm gonna be your bully. And Robby starts to realize, I might have led this kid down the wrong path. Now Eagle Fang Karate still has a chance to win because fighting for them is Miguel, last year's champion. But in the semis, Miguel goes up against his friend Eli and goes for the flying tornado kick. But he injures himself. Yeah, he probably shouldn't be doing karate so soon after a debilitating spine injury. Luckily it's not his spine though, just a pulled muscle, and he's cleared to fight again if he feels up to it. But he and his sensei have not been on the same page lately, and Miguel realizes that Johnny just wants to win to prove that he can do it. And so, in an anticlimactic moment, Miguel does not return to fight, he forfeits. The boys' final is not a rematch between Robby and Miguel, but between Robby and Eli, fighting for the opposite dojos that they did in Season 1. And it is an epic karate fight, yeah, they are evenly matched. It comes down to a sudden death overtime where, just for fun, the shirts are coming off. In the end, it's Robby Keane who's gonna win, but he's distracted by the realization he might be the bad guy now. And so, this time, good triumphs over evil. As a redeemed Hawk, Eli is the boys' champion. But we're not done yet. Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do are tied, and it all comes down to the girls' match. Now, earlier in the tournament, Sam actually looked to her brief sensei Johnny for advice and embraced his strike-first technique. She's like, sorry, Pops, I know it's not your style, but I gotta do things my way. This reminds Daniel of the advice old Mr. Miyagi gave him, and so it's time to set aside his rivalry with Johnny. He makes him an official co-sensei on this match, and makes sure the announcer remembers that Johnny Lawrence was also a two-time All-Valley Karate champion. And so it's time for the finals, Ya Karate! Epic fight! But the referee makes some bad calls in Tory's favor, and doesn't call foul when Tory accidentally elbows Sam in the face. Terry Silver's like, that's right, Cobra Kai's all about fighting dirty, but Tory kinda wants to win honorably. And this makes John Kreese think about his star student, Johnny Lawrence, and the moment that started it all, where he forced him to fight dirty against LaRousso. So this time, Kreese makes a different decision. Hey kid, you don't need cheap shots to win. Is even Kreese getting a redemption arc on this show? And this time, good does not triumph over evil, because Tory wins! She's the girls' champion, which means Cobra Kai is the overall victor. Tory feels great about her honorable victory, but she overhears that Terry Silver bribed the ref. Her victory is now hollow. Now in his victory speech, Terry Silver announced that Cobra Kai's expanding to new locations all across the valley. In fact, their new flagship dojo is gonna be at the original spot they had in the Karate Kid movies. They're abandoning the rundown little strip mall location Johnny found in Season 1 when he restarted his Cobra Kai with such high hopes to do better this time. And as he's there contemplating his defeat, he gets a visit from his son Robby, who's like, yo dad, I think I might have become the bad guy. And so after 4 seasons, father and son finally reconnect. But just then, Johnny's sort of son Miguel needs his help. He ran off down to Mexico to search for his biological father, and Johnny's gonna go after him to bring him home safely. As for Daniel LaRousso, who did everything right but still lost, and now is supposed to shut down Miyagi-Do. But he's like, look, if Cobra Kai lost, they were definitely gonna back out of the deal, so it's only fair I back out too. And he's bringing in a new co-sensei. It's Chozen, the villain from Karate Kid 2 that he befriended last season. And Cobra Kai is celebrating their victory, but Terry Silver's like, you know, John, I think you've been holding me back, and the cops are coming to arrest him. Yeah, this goes back to a minor plot with a small returning character. It's Stingray. He was on probation for being a grown man who got involved in a high school karate brawl, but now he's off probation and ready to rejoin Cobra Kai. But he skipped Season 3 where Cobra Kai changed drastically, and Kreese is like, yo, you aren't welcome here. So he tried the new sensei, Terry Silver, who was in a weird mood after a big fight with Kreese, and actually beat Stingray up like real bad. But now we learn they made a secret deal that he could join Cobra Kai if he said it was John Kreese who beat him. So John Kreese is going off to jail. It's the way of the Sith. The apprentice always betrays the master. So now Darth Ponytail is the sole emperor of Cobra Kai, and that's where Season 4 comes to an end. If you like this recap, hit that subscribe button for more of the best recaps of TV and movies. And if you loved this recap, check out the join button and support the channel as a member.